Hey YouTubers, thank you for joining me again. It's been asked a lot lately, what do I drive when I'm not driving the Mustang? And since I'm about to have to do some work on the Mustang, I figured I would take this time to show you what my other car is. So, if you've actually been paying attention to that Dude in Blue's channel, he actually just reviewed one of these. It is a Contour SVT. Now mine is in nowhere near as good a shape as the other gentleman's that was reviewed, but there she is. So before I can put the other car down for a little bit, I actually need to do some work on this one. I have a bad right front tire, some suspension issues, and looks like a dead cell in one of the batteries. So I'll pop this up for you real quick and I'll let you even look underneath the hood in all of this glory here. Yep, it is a true SVT. And for how many miles it's got on it, that it has roughly 220 something thousand miles on it. Since it looks like I have dropped a sale, I'm actually going to jump the car off real quick using the Mustang, ironically enough, and we'll take this down the road to show you how I can budget build. Because yes, while it needs some work, I got to save the money for the Mustang. So I'm going to try to see if I can get the battery, put some new tires on it, replace a coolant reservoir, and maybe even new tail light. I'm going to try to keep it under $100. So stay tuned. It's a lie! Alright, so it started. That's a good sign, right? The Mustang came through to save the day again, so let's go see if I can find me, one, a battery that's not going to cost me a fortune, and two, hopefully, some parts for this car. Alright folks, so we are in the Contour. So far we have survived. You know, it's fine to actually have a baby seat back there. I do use this to take the kids places. But today, since we don't have the kid, it's time to do some much needed maintenance. So first on the list is the battery, so that way I don't have to drop my car off everywhere I go. There's a local gentleman up the street from here that's actually not too far from us that I'm going to stop and see. He thinks that he may have a refurbished battery for 30 bucks. Now I know you say 30 bucks. How long can it last? Well, it comes with a year warranty. So, with that retrospect, you know, Walmart says 100 bucks and it comes with 2 years. So, what do I have to lose? I could literally buy two $30 batteries and still come out cheaper. I hope. Quick review of the Contour. It actually is not that bad of a driving car. That Dude in Blue said it does have rear steering. It actually handles very well. I can tell you a very embarrassing story about the time that I actually outran some of my Mustang buddies in the club down the back curvy road. It's not that it's horrible. It's just coming from my Mustang to this is, well, you know. But even in its current condition, with horrible tires, I'm not even the least bit concerned about this road we're coming up on. I mean, it is legit a 90-degree turn, and we're running about 55 miles an hour. It actually will turn very well. You can have a lot of fun in this car. Just not over 80. It's kind of like a go-kart, I guess. So you might be thinking, why in God's name did I get a Contour? Well, we just had our second kid. My daily driving car was actually a 92 Fox body coupe. It's a 302 that I put a Hellion turbo kit on. Fun car, but not the most reliable. Not so much for the build, but because of its age. Everything, you know, every time I took it out, something was breaking. So I purchased the Contour as a, you know, reliable vehicle to drive when, you know, I was working on the Mustang or when I need to take all the kids somewhere. And I had to go SVT because sleeper status. I mean, why would I get just a regular boring car? I'll do a video later about all of the different cars I've had, but Nick's, my current Mustang, is the first showy style car I've had. Every other car I've had, and I lost count, over 29, has been some type of sleeper car, some type of car that you would pull up beside and you wouldn't have looked at twice until after it beat you. I actually kind of like that. So aside from the fact of needing it for a family car, needing something to get around, I honestly kind of like the car. It got good gas mileage. It's getting about, I think, about 26. Been a while since I've driven it consecutively, so since it has had maintenance, it might be worse. But, you know, definitely more than most of my Mustangs. And legit, I mean, it is just an easy car to get in, throw through the gears. I can be lazy in it. I guess you can call this my automatic. I don't have to try. It's just get in and drive. You know, I've always joked that once I actually got my Mustang done, if you ever finish a build, that I would do something to this car just to make it even, you know, more of a sleeper. Right now I could have some fun up in the mountains, but literally just about anything on this highway right now could dust me. So I thought about doing like a motor swap, or doing I don't know, something. Give me some ideas down in the comments. What would you like seeing done with this project car? Not saying it will happen right away. I've got Nick's to fix. We've got my wife's project car that we're about to put a motor into. But eventually, what would you like to see? Or would you just like to see it crushed? So I figured I'd give you some stats on 50. 50's name came from because one day in the mail I got my tax notice, and that's what it was worth. $50. Or 50 cents, whichever one it is. So the long living joke came out to be that that's all it was worth, so his name became 50. Ha ha. So 50, back in her heyday, made 195 horsepower and 165 foot-pounds of torque, and she came in weighing just over 3,000 pounds, like 3,100 pounds. I don't know why, but in the day, Ford started to put SVT on just about anything. Well, what I heard was the biggest reason was it was to compete against BMWs and everything else. It was bringing over, they wanted a small sedan that could keep up with them. We saw who won that race. Sorry. Alright folks, so I'm up over here at the Interstate place. They actually have a refurb. For those that don't know, refurb is just, they bought it back, they reworked it, recharged it. As long as the battery was good, they was able to get the hold of charge again. And if you notice, I'm pretty sure you can see that on camera, that's the old one, and that's the new one. The new one is quite a bit bigger. I mean, in all honesty, I'm gonna go from 700 cold cranking amps to 950. It's fine as long as it fits into the car, the poster on the right side, and it does. It actually looks like this is what should have been in the car. I mean, look at that. That's perfect. And on top of that, I'm getting it for like 30 bucks. Again, not that bad. New battery is in, our refurbished battery is in, and look at that. We're good to go. We are back in business. On top of that, not only did I get a new battery, I am beating my own quotes. He liked what I was doing, realized that I was doing this for a channel, and while he wouldn't let me film inside showing them cleaning the batteries, he did cut me a deal. So I ended up getting the battery for 25 bucks, which doesn't sound like much, but if you think about that, Walmart wanted $100, okay? So I could literally buy 4 batteries if this one craps out and still be ahead of what I would have been for Walmart. So that's a win. Now let's go get some tires. So if you know what you're looking for, you can get a good deal on a set of tires. So it looks like we have found our luck. So it looks like this is a exact model, what I've got on there, 225, 55, I mean 205, 55, 16. They're Bridgestone. We've got about 436 for the tread, which is over half worn, but it's 25 bucks installed. So yeah, I want to pay $25 to have a tire that's half old to be put on my vehicle. The biggest thing you want to look for is make sure that the year isn't old, because you don't want to put something on that's going to blow out. So both these tires have a manufacturing date of 48/17, which means they're only 2 years old. So bought them. Alright folks, so I'm leaving the good old tire corral, where so far for the day I'm up to $75. Now for $75 we've gotten a brand new, well, used battery. We have gotten 2 tires put on, and now, I don't know, that gives me about $25 left. I had $25 left that I wanted to spend in the car today. That is not enough to buy a new pressurized tank. Let's check out LKQ. So after calling LKQ, I realized that they do not have one of the vehicles for me, so plan B, the parts store. So I'm not sure how well y'all can see that, but if you look down, you'll see that there's actually coolant leaking out of the reservoir. And you'd think that it'd just be something as simple as a cap. No, it's not. It's not. It's got a hole in the side. How it got a hole in the side, I don't know. But I'm hoping that this putty will help me fix it. So according to the nice little instructions by JB Weld, all I need to do is mix this putty together and place it on the desired area. I have to say, even I have my doubts on this one. Let's get to cutting. Alright, so I'm in no way saying that I'm 100% condoning this, and that I think that this is going to work, because I really don't think it is. If you actually look, it's actually 2 different colors of clay. And all you do is, apparently, mash it together till it looks the same color. How well that's going to work, how long that's going to take, who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. But right now we've got blue and white. Not sure what that's going to make. A lighter blue maybe? I don't know. It actually just kind of feels like a really sticky Play-Doh. So as I suspected, it turns from having that white and gray to kind of just looks blue now. I mean, like I said, I'm not sure if this is going to work. But to buy a new tank is almost as much as what I cost to buy the car. So we're going to try this first. And I'm assuming that once it actually gets to its desired, because I can tell it went from being, it is super sticky now. It went from being something fun to play with to it is all over the hands. So all I'm going to do is place this over this area that I showed you, say go and see what happens. I mean, literally. Probably should have taken the wedding ring off first. Alright. So, according to the good old instructions that I probably should have read first. So it says that it should start working in 20 to 25 minutes. Fully cures in 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours. What am I going to do in that time? Alright, so let me just tell you the story of what happened with this taillight over here. I legit backed it into our mailbox. So, here I comes lens repair kit. Biggest #1 thing I can tell you about car repair, especially an older one, is patience. So, since I do not drive this car every day, since this car will be just a temporary car to drive while I'm working on the Mustang, I've got time, folks. I mean, I can wait till I can find one of these in a junkyard, or I can wait and find one on Craigslist, or wait and find one on eBay for a few bucks. So instead of spending $100 today, I'll spend $3.99 and wait and spend $25 in a couple of months. So let's see how this stuff works. So all I'm going to try to do is, basically this is tape and a sheet. I'll put that right there. You will never know. And just like that, I can no longer get in trouble on the highway. So, does it look perfect? No. Is it going to be perfect? Not until I get replaced. But again, I set on a mission today to not spend a ton of money. So, today I call it success, as long as that tank holds. We'll check back in a few hours and make sure it works, but as long as it works, mission accomplished. The temporary fix seems to be holding up. It has been the 4 to 5 hours I've actually driven the car. And it is actually holding pressure. So, as long as the tape holds up on the back side of this, I think we are good to go. I know this wasn't my normal day-to-day thing, but I thought it was kind of cool to do. So, we started out with a budget of $100. I replaced the battery, 2 out of the 4 tires, and while I didn't do exactly what I wanted to do to the taillight or to the coolant reservoir, we made a good fit. I've actually been driving around for a couple hours now, and I have no lights. I have not lost any coolant, so I call that a success. And then, like I said, patience is a virtue. Over the next, few weeks, couple months, I'll keep looking on LKQ's website. The local salvage yards. And if I see one come through, then I'll come over and I'll take a couple parts off of it. I may go over my $100 budget by then, but for that retrospect, the reservoir was going to cost me $97 not shipped. 2 tires were realistically going to cost me over $200, and the battery alone was going to cost me $100. And I don't even have a price on the taillight. I have no idea. But say $450, and I paid $75. Well, $85.25 is what I paid total with tax out the door. So, for a side project that I only drive in emergencies while I'm working on the other vehicle, I'm good to go. Stay tuned. In the next couple episodes, we'll show some progress on my wife's car. That's the Defying Gravity project. And even my son's car, Project EOS, the son of Nick's. So, those are going to be the next 2 ones that I'll be concentrating on. You should see some content rolling out of them in the upcoming weeks. But other than that, have a good one and see you next Saturday.